Pay attention to what's being said here, then we'll get right to the video.
What's your name?
You can just call me
What do I refer to you as?
Good Citizen.
Okay, Mr. Good Citizen.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the deal. We're going to clear.
Yes, ma'am.
I would advise you to get plates and a driver's license. I know you don't believe in that, but that's what I'm advising you. Okay?
Now, if I leave here, am I going to get harassed and pulled over by your police officers?
No, but you very well could get a cite if they see you driving a vehicle with no plates and if they know you have no driver's license.
Now, let me ask you this, dear. Are you aware of the definitions and the differences between the term drive and the word travel? Because within the Washington Vehicle Code, it states that drive is a commercial term, which means that one who's employed using the roads in commerce.
What I can tell you is that this conversation is much bigger than you and I,
yeah.
Right? So what I'm telling you is I've told them not to stop you again, but if they see you drive, don't be surprised if you get a referral from the court citing you.
Okay.
This has to be one of the best videos that I've ever put on this channel regarding driver versus traveler. Like I said before in the past, I almost gave up on this topic. But I definitely believe that this topic needs to be talked about on every dinner table in America every single night. Freedom is the foundation that this country is built upon. The founding fathers wrote the Bill of Rights and the Constitution to limit the scope of authority that public officials have over the people. That's why it's important for you guys to know your rights. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the rest of the Bill of Rights, these mirror our natural born rights. If we don't know our rights, we don't have any rights, folks. Check out this video. Go subscribe to Power Inherent in the People. I will drop his original link in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's get right to it, folks.
Say that one more time. What'd you say?
What are we doing here?
What'd you say? Say it one more time.
What are we doing here?
Say that one more time. Don't be a bitch.
What are we doing
Don't be a bitch and don't be a pussy. Say it again.
Okay.
Say it again.
What are we doing here?
Say it again so I can show it to the chief. Say it again. Say it again. Say that you're going to violate my rights because it's your town. Say it again. You're a bad example for these police officers. You're a bad example. I ain't giving you nothing. You ain't getting shit out of me. You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. You better leave me alone.
And if you fail to get it to me,
I'm not failing to do nothing because you have no jurisdiction over me. You better leave me alone, buddy.
I'm going to give you a citation.
You ain't giving me nothing. You put it on the car. Put it on the car. Put it on the car.
If you fail to give me your license and your ID, I will place you in custody for the court.
Hi, how are y'all? Good. Who are y'all with? What y'all's titles? What y'all's positions?
She's the lieutenant and I'm the chief.
There we go. All right now. Thank you for coming out here. All right, so with the last chief, I went up there, what was it, about December, January, served a notice of liability. This Officer Duran, he wasn't a sergeant when he pulled us over back September, I believe. I think he wasn't a sergeant then at that point. I'm not sure if he had stripes. Okay. So anyways, they pulled us over in our RV illegally. We went up to the court and we filed a whole bunch of motions and they dropped everything, right? Because I know the law. I know how it works. Everything out here as far as these statutes are color of law. Right? They're for people who have agreed to be a part of the system. I have not. I don't have a driver's license. Proven myself numerous times in courts to where I've actually won a civil lawsuit for the deprivation of my rights under Title 18, Section 242 of the United States Code. Okay. Because I know that, and the Supreme Court's already ruled, we have every right to travel freely on these roads because they're our roads, unless I'm doing commerce. And since I know that, what I stated to the police officers is that if they'd be more than willing under the Privacy Act of 5 U.S.C. 522, Statute 88 and 1896, they can fill this out to show the cause of action or probable cause that they have in relation to stopping me, but they also need to prove that I was also using the roads in a commercial capacity, right? I know the law. I'm pretty good at this. I'm glad to work for that. Yeah. Okay. So when it comes down to this, I exercise my rights, but I've also won several times in court. And I think what's the problem is that I have on footage, on camera, 30 minutes with me talking to the chief of Ridgeville back in December. Yeah, and I filed my notice of liability with your police department, so it is on file there. And what I'm asking is that these cops just respect our rights because Mr. Dorn over here, what he ended up telling me, I said, sir, I'd just like to stop being harassed. He said, you're going to continue to be harassed. I have it on tape because this is our town. Now, if that's how you feel we as the public should be treated, I find that as a very disservice because I thought y'all were here to protect our rights.
Well, we are here. We're here to make sure. Watch your back.
Yeah. And I'm really happy that you came out. I was being told you were in meetings.
I'm always in meetings.
Okay.
A lot of meetings.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just, what I try to always do is make sure to stand on our rights because if we don't stand on them, then we're going to lose them. I asked him, I said, hey, can y'all stop harassing me? And Mr. Dorn, let me finish. Mr. Dorn said, we're going to continue to harass you because this is our town. And that's a little scary when you have people talking to you like that just because we know what is true and what is false. Okay?
I do like your hat, too. Is that the Patriots?
That's
No,
the Pirates.
Pirates.
All right, folks, I gotta point this out. This chief of police is definitely trying to change the subject. This man knows exactly what he's talking about. She knows there's nothing that she can do. So what does she do? She talks sports. You mean to tell me that cops would rather talk sports instead of really trying to understand the laws? That has to be a massive problem in America, folks. Next time you hear a cop talking sports, tell him to shut up and learn the First Amendment.
Pirates. Now, what I was speaking to your chief about is that I've already filed a notice of liability with the police department back with Chief Brooks in December. Okay,
nice.
so
Okay.
my notice of liability is on file. Okay.
Okay. So I think we just want to make sure and check the VIN on that.
No.
Is that possible?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Nope,
So
I'm
there's
private
no-
individual,
but
so I'm
there's
not
no
giving up.
registration on that.
That is right. My car is not registered with the state because I don't use the roads, public roads, in a commercial capacity whatsoever.
No, but you drive for personal
No,
reasons.
drive, the actual definition of drive, if you look in the Oregon or Washington Vehicle Code, is actually one who is employed on the roads doing commerce. That's what actually within the...
You're just driving.
No. Driving, see, what has ended up happening is that y'all as police officers, in our common linguistic phonetic terms, has taken drive to mean the same as it does within Black Law's Dictionary, within our legalese court system. It does not whatsoever. The actual definition in the Black Law's Dictionary, all the way up into the 6th edition, which was 1952, is actually drive of one who is employed on the roads. And what's pretty amazing is that Justice Tolman here within Washington State, a Supreme Court official, actually on the record within the Supreme Court, has stated that we have every right to use the roads freely without forced insurances, registrations, or licenses whatsoever. So even your own Supreme Court justice, it doesn't matter if you disagree or not. You're not a Supreme Court justice, so you have no way to... Okay, so it doesn't matter if you agree or not. Your specific title and role as a servant to the public is to protect our rights, not to violate them.
I agree. But what we're interested in is...
You can be interested all you want, but you're not getting
registration
it because I don't have it. And this is my private automobile.
So it belongs to you.
Yeah, belongs to me, and I don't have to prove it whatsoever because it's not been reported stolen, nor have you found me in the commission of a crime. So you have no RAS, no PC whatsoever. So I'd like to be free on my way and stop being reasonable, articulate suspicion. RAS. I'm very well educated, I'm telling you. I can show you right now if you'd like. Give me just 1 second. I want to show proof. I'm from Dallas, Texas. How about yourself?
I was going to say.
How about yourself?
In Dallas, week and a half ago.
Okay, so here you'll see Mr. Duran and his lovely old partner, David CM. They wrote me a ticket back in, what was this, 22nd, okay? I went up to court. I pro se. I represent myself. I don't need no attorney, okay? So I go on the same day that we have a court, September the 1st, as you'll see here. This is
What year?
this is last year. This is all last year. Recently, 2022, September, okay? I show up to court, and on the same day, on the arraignment of September the 1st, they drop the case immediately on the motion of myself, because I proved within my motion that I do not have to have a driver's license to travel on these roads.
Wait, what was the original charge?
The original charge was for no driver's license, something else, no operator's insurance, another one was for no driver's license as well.
Okay, and then...
No valid operator's license either on the back. So, and they dropped everything immediately.
So
1739,
you're going so fast.
1738, 1739.
Okay, yeah, and then...
No driver's license, operator's license, and everything else was included with that because they said right here within the sticky note, please let the court know how you would like to proceed on your infractions. Okay? So the courts respect me. They dismissed it on my motion. My motion is right here with me as well, which proves that we have the right to travel on the roads. That's how it works.
Well, and who said that?
The judge that y'all write tickets for that represents y'all on Battleground.
Yeah,
Prosecuting attorney and the judge.
what judge said that?
Wheeler. Right there. Well, he's the judge presiding over Battleground where all of y'all send y'all's tickets to.
I'm new.
Oh, you're new.
I am new.
Oh.
Well, I'm not new to law enforcement. I'm new to
Well, this is the thing
area.
that's kind of really got me irritated is the aspect that this is known, but police officers still choose to try and force power and dominance over us as though we're slaves. I'm not a slave. I don't have to do anything you tell me. Him, nobody. He told me if I continue to walk, he's going to arrest me. Right here in front of everybody. It's on my camera. And I ain't done nothing. So he is being a bad example to the other police officers. And he's a sergeant. What is that all about? Not only that, y'all got no people of color on your police department. Not one. You maybe got one Mexican, but you ain't got no black people.
Well, it's not very nice to say that.
I don't care if it's nice to say or not. It's true.
I, San Joaquin, am Mexican American, and I approve of this message.
Say that he's a Mexican. You don't know.
He is Mexican. I've talked to him. I talked to him. I know everything about y'all's department. I've done all my research because I planned on doing a lawsuit against them, but it wouldn't been enough for me because they didn't cause enough damages. I just recently won in Hood River. So, I mean, I do this all the time. I do it all the time. I stand up for our rights. I have a YouTube channel. I teach thousands and thousands of people. So right now, y'all are going to be hosted on YouTube later to being shown that they're out here teaching y'all how to violate people's rights instead of protect them. When your job is to uphold the Constitution, number one. Number two is to enforce all the rules in relation to those who are in commerce, those who have signed your contractual agreements to have a driver's license on the road. I don't use these roads in good commercial capacity. I don't got to have no driver's license. That's why the people got to start reading the vehicle code, both Washington and Oregon. It's time to start being harassed and start standing up for our rights out here before they just continue to get violated. That's where we have people out here, your officers talking about, this is our town, buddy. You're going to do what we say. Yeah, this is America.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Yeah, this is America. This isn't somebody's town that they just get to run a cowboy show and do whatever the hell they want. And that's how Duran's acting. Y'all need to get that in line. And I'd like to go on my way freely without being harassed. Yeah, I'm on their ass right now. I got the chief and the motherfucking lieutenant out here, bro. The chief and the lieutenant came. You learning something today?
I'm sorry?
You learning something today?
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's been fascinated with, are you sovereign citizen?
No, see,
There's
sovereign,
something
the
that
term,
you
no,
respect.
no, no, check it. So sovereign citizen is
Yeah.
actually a oxymoron. It is the most dumbest thing you can say. Because you can't be a sovereign and a citizen at the same time. Sovereign
Right,
means you're
I get it.
free.
Totally.
Okay, citizen means you have agreed to the state's obligations as a corporation because the state is nothing but a corporation.
Right.
Okay, your city is nothing but a corporation.
Right.
Okay,
They
and
work
the only
together.
and the only reason that y'all have jurisdiction over people is because they have agreed to the contractual agreement of the state.
Right. And the RCWs that are written.
Exactly.
Right. I can totally understand that. Yeah.
Like, which one is it?
I just
Can
prefer
I call you Mr. Clayton or Clayton?
that. No, that's not even my
So
name.
what's your name?
You can just call me
What do I refer to you as?
Good citizen.
Okay, Mr. Good Citizen.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the deal. We're going to clear.
Yes, ma'am.
I would advise you to get plates and a driver's license. I know you don't believe in that, but that's what I'm advising you. Okay?
Now, if I leave here, am I going to get harassed and pulled over by your police officers?
No, but you very well could get a cite if they see you driving a vehicle with no plates and if they know you have no driver's license.
Now, let me ask you this, dear. Are you aware of the definitions and the differences between the term drive and the word travel? Because within the Washington Vehicle Code, it states that drive is a commercial term, which means that one who's employed using the roads in commerce.
What I can tell you is this conversation is much bigger than you and I,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm telling you is I've told them not to stop you again, but if they see you drive, don't be surprised if you get a referral from the court citing you,
Okay.
okay?
Now-
And then you can pursue whatever legal grounds you want to pursue.
Okay. Can I give you this just for your own
Sure.
awareness of
Yep.
what I will be presenting to them?
Absolutely.
Okay. This right here is pretty much everything in regards to the Privacy Act under the federal United States Code. If they deprive me of any of my rights, that is, okay, under Title 18, Section 242 of the United States Code, a deprivation of my rights.
Well, what's going to happen here today is they're not going to stop you. I'm telling you, you need to obtain a Washington driver's license and plates for your vehicle to be legal on the state of
That's if I'm doing
Well,
commerce.
that's where we get into the discrepancies, right? So what I'm telling you, they're not going to stop you now, but don't be surprised if you don't get some correspondence in the mail. All right? That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, in the mail? Oh, why would they give me in the mail?
Because that's how the prosecutor will notify you if they.
Oh, that'd be great because the prosecutor's already dropped in my behalf.
All right.
That's amazing.
So we got a plan.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Good Citizen.
All right. Thank you. Please get away from my vehicle. Chief, he's already back at it. No, hold on. I'm not going to deal with that. This is ridiculous. I walk up to my vehicle and I say, please, can you get away from my vehicle? And he says, that's not going to happen. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Where these guys think they can just talk and act however they want to citizens.
Okay, but look, they've now cleared, see? So now they're all clear.
Thank you.
I want to stop here before we get to work. And if you get a chance to take me right this door, then we won't go to work. Now listen, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time here, but I do want to stop and look at time.
I did a video on Cameron Wilson a little while back, and the cop in that video was seriously interested in learning the difference between driver and traveler. And now we're watching this video here of this chief of police not being able to do anything, having to let him go, and calling off the dogs. This topic, I believe, is something that needs to be talked about, not just by the people, but also by the police and government officials. Let's put two and two together, folks. Police departments are having trouble hiring police officers. Why do you think that is? Part of that reason has to be because there are laws out there that make absolutely no sense. The people are sick of it, and they're mad because cops are out there enforcing these laws, these ordinances, and the people are challenging these. The government oftentimes oversteps the boundaries of the people's natural rights, and they have to be challenged constantly in courts. I want to see the arguments done in the comment section because both sides seem to have really good arguments. But here's what's important, folks. Cameron Wilson shows us an example. He's not just talking. He's leading by example, and because of that, the people have the opportunity to learn. I want to definitely thank Cameron Wilson for all his hard work. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. And it doesn't matter on what side of this you're on or the other. I want you guys to comment. I want you guys speaking to each other. I want you guys trying to learn the truth about all of this. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to drop the original link in the description and in the pinned comment. We will see you guys on the next video. Have yourselves a blessed day. Don't forget to record the police. Peace.